In this video, I'm going to be going over how to scale a coaching business to $100,000 plus per month in 2025. The strategy we are going to be using is a high ticket call funnel. I'm going to be going over exactly what it entails, why it's so powerful, and how to build every moving part. This is the same strategy that my clients are using to scale their business to 6 to 7 figures per month, the strategy that the top info product sellers are utilizing on social media, and what people I personally know are using to scale both their own business and their clients'. This setup is specific for anybody that's selling a high ticket offer. And by high ticket, I mean really $2,000 or more. And the reason for this being is because it is much easier to scale a high ticket offer versus a low ticket one. Let's say, for example, you sell a $10,000 product. All you would need to do is make 10 sales per month to get to $100,000 per month. Whereas if your product was $100, you would need 1,000 people buying from you every single month, and you would need a massive audience to do so. A super basic explanation of what a high ticket call funnel is you offer a free training to any individual that comes across your landing page. They enter in their information, they watch a video sales letter, and then they have one option, which is to book a call with you. And if they don't do so, they're entered into the back end sequence, which is just email and SMS, and they just are constantly educated and nurtured on your brand, what it is specific that you do, and why you should book a call. And then once they book a call, they hop on a call with a closer, and then they're then closed on the deal and then brought into the program. So I'm going to show you exactly what all that entails, how to build it, and why you need it. So the high ticket call funnel. To help you guys have a better visual representation of what this setup looks like, I pulled up Alex Eubanks' high ticket coaching program. So we're going to go through each page together, and I have the website right here. But yeah, so basic overview again. So this is going to be an opt-in form for a free training. And then once the individual signs up, they're going to be brought to the video sales letter and also sales page. And if they decide to take further action, they're going to have a type form where they apply, see if they qualify, then a book a call link. Okay, so we're going to go through each one individually. So the first one is the opt-in for a free training. So you're going to say free training for X type of person, and then how to do X by doing Y. So that's what we saw there, and it's all going to be a thumbnail of a video sales letter. So this is what his website looks like. So you're going to call out specifically who the training is for. So if it's for people looking to start an e-com brand, it's going to be for aspiring e-com brand owners. And then you're going to specifically say what it is that the training explains. So how I went from a college dropout to 100K plus per month as a content creator. But it could be really anything. So it could be how individuals are earning $100,000 per month with dropshipping, how individuals are sending cold emails and landing clients, whatever it may be, and how you can do it too without any prior experience or expertise. So in order to view the training, you then will have an opt-in form. So the opt-in form will have the name, the phone number, and the email address. And the reason for this being is so that every individual who comes across your offer is to ensure that they don't fall through the cracks of your sales funnel, and they are being educated and nurtured via email, SMS, and that your closers and your appointment setters, well, really just your appointment setters, are hitting them up and making sure they book a call. So once you opt into the page, you are then going to be brought to the actual video sales letter and sales page. So that's going to be right here. But yeah, so form, first name, email, phone number. Okay, so you're gonna be brought to a video sales letter and sales page. The video sales letter is going to be exactly how you build trust, credibility with the individual, showcase your social proof and why your system works so well, and what differentiates you from all the other competitors selling something similar. And then below it is going to be social proof that further builds trust and shows the individual that you are capable of helping them. And the reason you want this sales page, this video sales letter here, is because you're going to address the 3 sales. You are first going to sell the individual on yourself as the offer owner, so why it is that you are credible to sell this and why you're the expert. The second sale is going to be your system. So what is it specifically about your system that makes your results so successful? And then the third one, and the most important sale, is going to be selling on the individual. And that's why you use social proof. So you know what you're doing, your system works, and now you can also help that person who is viewing this page. So the video sales letter. So like I said, I'm gonna go through every moving part so you understand fully how to do so and how to build this out. The video sales letter. This is the exact structure you want to follow. You're going to have a hook or a pattern interrupt, and then so you want to make sure that the individual is captivated as soon as they see the video. Lots of people have very short attention spans, so it's very important that you get their full attention and that you get them very invested in the whole training. So stop the scroll, spark curiosity. You want to use a strong, specific benefit or disruptive belief. So for example, in Alex's case, he says how I was able to generate over 7 figures in assets all because of social media. That really drives your attention and gets you interested. So then you're going to do the problem identification and agitation. You need to show the viewer you deeply understand their pain. So you're going to call out their specific frustrations. For example, if you're posting content but not converting, you have low engagement, no revenue, no consistent client flow, or just overall money. And agitate the cost of the problem. So time, money, self-doubt, burnout. You want to do this because you want the individual to feel like you really understand what they're going through. And the whole goal of this video sales letter is for the prospect to be like, wow, this is specifically for me. So then you're going to reveal the hidden truth. So you want to shift their paradigm. So you want to introduce your big idea. The mechanism matters more than the content. So whatever it may be, so that's the example, but you just want to set up the contrast. So help them understand why that they are running into these issues. What is it specifically? And then so for him, for Kate, it might be the fact that they're not niche down with their content, or maybe the big problem is that they copy other individuals, whatever that is for your given industry. Then after that, you're going to introduce your mechanism. So position your method as the missing link. This is what's going to be the solution that bridges them from their current state to their desired state, aka their goals. Then proof and credibility. So build belief that this works. Client case studies. So talk about your best performing case studies, the best results you've been able to drive, and why other people have been able to become successful because of you. Then desire amplification. So you want to paint the after picture. Walk them through how life feels once this system is in place. So you want to use visual, auditory, kinesthetic, whatever it may be. Just help them fully envision where they can be if they follow this mechanism. So then you're going to go and explain your offer and who it's for. You want to explain what you help with, and you want to also pre-qualify each individual. So explain the coaching program, say specifically who it is not for, and you want to add exclusivity. Why can't I speak right now? And criteria. And then positioning. And then you're going to have a call to action, so qualification. So you want to get them to book a call with intent, a clear call to action, which is to click the button below, and then reinforce filtering. Then this is only use scarcity, urgency, closing if you actually can only take on a limited amount of people. You don't want to be unethical with your selling, and then you just want to create desire though. Okay, and then so that is done with his video sales letter. And then let's see what else. Yeah, so you have a call to action, which is to book a call, social proof, and then another button, which is to book a call, which is right here, right here, right here. All right, so then once the individual clicks book a call, they're going to be brought to a type form. The type form is going to ask for the contact information to ensure that you're able to contact them, and then you know who each application was for specifically. Then you're going to ask them where they're from. You want to ask why is doing X important to them. So just to see like how urgent is this issue? Are they actually serious about the program? Ask them where they are right now. Ask them the main goal they hope to achieve. What challenges are they facing? And then if they're a good fit, how soon can they start? And then you also want to, this is the most important, you want to pre-qualify them in terms of financials. So you want to make sure that they actually can afford this, or if they would qualify for a payment plan if that's something that you offer. And the reason for this being is because you do not want your closers to have to be dealing with tons of unqualified leads. It's just going to piss off your closers, and it's just going to lead to a bunch of unnecessary issues. So if you click apply for one-on-one coaching, this is what the type form looks like. Boom. All right. Then if they qualify, they're going to be brought to a closer or to a book a call link. And this is where they're going to choose a time, and then they're going to meet with one of your closers. Now, if they do not qualify, you have a couple of different options as well. If you have any downsells, aka maybe you sell a low ticket course, a low ticket community, those are going to be for the individuals who don't have as much money, or you're just going to like bring them to a page that says, sorry, you didn't qualify, tough luck, whatever it may be. And then this is where the closer's job is going to be to actually close the deal and then get them in the program. Not every single individual who signs up for this video sales letter training is going to actually book a call on the first try, which is exactly why we have the opt-in form. The opt-in form is going to ensure that you don't just let them go about their day and that they never hear from you again. You're then going to utilize email and SMS. Email is especially powerful. SMS is more so for the appointment setters. We'll go on to that in a second. But so there's going to be different flows depending upon what the individual does. If they didn't book a call, they're going to get 3 to 6 emails specifically getting them to book a call. I don't want to go over every single email, but it's just going to build further trust, showcase previous client case studies, credibility, and really just like urge them to take action and to book a call. And then if they did book a call, then you want to have 2 to 3 emails sent to them to educate them, get them really pumped up for the call, and get them really educated on what your program entails, and then so that it makes an easier close for your sales team. And then if they don't book a call after those 3 to 6 emails, you want to enter them into the newsletter. So they're going to receive 3 to 4 weekly emails. It's going to educate, nurture, provide value. Some will be direct response, and they'll have different CTAs. So maybe to check out a YouTube video, maybe to book a call, whatever it may be. And then lastly is the sales team. So you're going to have a team of appointment setters, dialers, and closers. The job of the appointment setters is to call each prospect that goes through the funnel and get them to book a call. So as soon, like 3, 4, 5 minutes after the individual types in their opt-in form, your appointment setter should be dialing the phones and then getting them to book a call, of course, if they are a good fit. And they are also going to be making sure that each individual that they call is a qualified fit for their closers. So the dialer's job is going to be on the day of the sales call, they're going to call each individual and make sure that they hop on the sales call. You don't want any no-shows. You want them actually attending these sales calls. And then lastly, the closers, pretty self-explanatory. They're going to be the ones actually closing the deals for your coaching program and bringing in the revenue. But yeah, so this is a full breakdown of the high ticket call funnel VSL. Again, like I said, this has generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for my clients, people that I know, and also just the top info product sellers. For example, Alex Eubank in the industry. Now, if this is something that you want help with and want something like this built out for your business, book a call, link below, and I also have a newsletter that you can sign up for where I share more sauce. But yeah, hope you got a lot of value from this, and let me know if you have any questions.